Hi, I'm Alex Thompson. I'm the president of Bikeside LA, and this is my first attempt at vlogging, video blogging. Welcome to the Hulk Lab. This is my home. I live here with three Hulks, E Hulk, B Hulk, and P Hulk, and I am A Hulk, just so you know where you're at. We thought we'd try this vlogging, video blogging thing. Basically because there's a lot of things that I'd love to tell you about that don't really rise to the importance of blogging, and then even more things than that which we just don't have time to get to that I would love to blog, I would love to write about, but just don't have time for it. And I think that's true of anybody who's actively involved in probably any endeavor. There's a lot of things that they do that they don't always get to communicate to others that are important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through in 10 minutes, Monday through Sunday, everything that happened that I can squeeze in. And after that, you'll know a great deal about what my week was like last week with respect to bike activism. So here we go. If you've got any positive or negative, constructive or deconstructive criticism about this idea, this process, this vlog, or maybe you just don't like how I look, why don't you let me know in the comments here on YouTube or the comments over there on Bikeside LA. So Monday, boom, the week started off with a bang. I got a phone call in the morning from Ted Chin, who's a reporter at NBC LA. He asked me if I knew what happened on Mulholland Highway. I didn't. Here's what happened. An 81-year-old woman crossed the path of a group of riders. She turned left across them. They had the right of way. Looks like she cheated her turn. In doing so, she clobbered three cyclists. Two of them got helicoptered to UCLA Medical. And so for a while there, we were pretty worried about the cyclists, but it turns out their injuries aren't as bad as we thought. One of them will definitely have a long recovery period ahead of them, but it looks like they're gonna survive. So I haven't gotten an update on their condition in a few days, so I'm gonna try to hunt one down and let you guys know. Tuesday, sent out the Bikeside newsletter. The Bikeside newsletter, if you're not getting it, that's because it's new and you haven't signed up. If you want to sign up for the Bikeside newsletter, it's contact@bikesidela.org. What's in it is basically a number of things that we're writing about, some of the things that we're not writing about, maybe a save the date notice here or there where we know that we're going to have an event on a particular day, but maybe we don't know the exact time or the exact place yet. I'm really stoked about it. I like writing the newsletter because it's a little bit less editing. You know that when you write a blog post, it'll be out there for a long time, but when you write a newsletter, you can be more conversational because it'll be out there for a little while and then it goes in the dustbin of history. So write me, contact@bikesidela.org if you want to be part of that newsletter. Wednesday was really a great day, kind of a celebration of what Damian Newton at LA Streets Blog has been working on. LA Streets Blog, Damian Newton, the funding ran out for LA Streets Blog, and Damian Newton let everybody know in the community that Streets Blog was going to have to shutter. And then he hustled, and he managed to secure some funding, work out a deal where he could keep LA Streets Blog open and continue to publish at the usual rate of 3 posts a day or more. And so on Wednesday, there was a relaunch party in Mar Vista where Damian lives, where I live, and it was a great party. A lot of cool people there. Bart Reed from Transit Coalition, Stephen Box, NC Box, CL from Green LA Girl, Jessica Meany from Safe Routes to School, Barrett Roth, Damian, his son Sammy, his wife Mary Beth, Rachel Stevenson, Ryan Lehman, Joe Linton, James Lau, Foley. It goes on and on and on. There were a great number of people there and really cool event, and I know that Streets Blog raised some money, so that's really cool. Thursday, the activism aspect really started to heat up. We went to the Caltrans BAC. If you don't know what the Caltrans BAC is, well, actually, it's the Caltrans District 7 BAC. Caltrans stands for the California Department of Transportation. BAC stands for Bicycle Advisory Committee. Try to remember that acronym because there's a bunch of different BACs, and they advise different entities. So this is the Bicycle Advisory Committee to District 7 of Caltrans. District 7 is, I think it's LA County, Ventura County. It's a number of counties, but it's the biggest district in California as far as funding, population, all of that. So it's actually a big deal. And on the menu, the big item on the menu was the 405 widening. Now, what's happening is the 405 is getting widened. They're adding a lane of traffic in each direction of the 405 so that they can add a carpool lane. I mean, they could have just turned a lane into a carpool lane, but I guess that wasn't good enough. So they're also going to be, in doing that, they'll hit Sepulveda and they'll widen Sepulveda, and they're changing all the ramps on the 405. So you might ask why this is relevant to cyclists. Well, I'll give you two reasons. One is when they're doing this work on Sepulveda, there's an opportunity to actually put a facility in there for cyclists, maybe a bike lane, maybe just a shoulder stripe that protects cyclists on Sepulveda. It's a gnarly place to ride when there's traffic, and it's on the 96 bike plan. It's in the new draft bike plan, so they may as well do it. And for some reason, DOT has not spoken up about it, and Caltrans and MTA aren't really doing anything about it. The other thing is that those ramps in those areas, the ramps on Sunset, but really especially the ramps on Wilshire, are dangerous ramps. They basically encourage traffic to go really fast and kill cyclists. If you've ever been in West LA and tried to ride Wilshire to go across the 405 and across the VA hospital grounds, either direction, you know how bad it is. There's 2 lanes of traffic, and they just go like this across your path, and you've got to continue as a cyclist through this traffic that's merging very quickly onto the 405. So you can imagine that that is really a dangerous situation because the traffic's fast moving. Well, the new ramps are going to be faster ramps. They're going to have bigger, wider curves, so it's going to increase the danger to cyclists. That's backbone network. That's a key linkage, so we got to do something about it. So just have your pitchforks and torches ready, because we may have to cause some trouble because Caltrans and MTA are not really cooperating on this one so much yet. Friday, well, the big thing on Friday was LA Critical Mass. I started going again after what happened to Manny Gallegos, where he got tackled by LAPD, and I went in June, and I think we were all really surprised and happy that LAPD decided to support the ride and escort the ride. And so I've been going since then, again, religiously, because I realized how much I missed the ride. And June was great. We were all surprised with this new positive relationships. July was great. I think we were all happy, LAPD and LACM, to just ride, and everything went well. Well, this time, this ride, it's clear that the honeymoon is over. There was some conflict. LAPD didn't do so great on some things. Cyclists, a great number of cyclists, are really antagonistic, both towards motorists, towards pedestrians, towards LAPD. LAPD was, LAPD Southwest Division, for example, responded to a collision that happened where a kid was clobbered by a guy that decided to drive through a ride. It was a really sad story. The kid had just bought a new bike that day to come to LA Critical Mass, and this guy hit him, messed up his ankle, trashed his bike, and Southwest Division from LAPD came, and they totally screwed up the investigation. They lectured the cyclist, they lectured the victim, they didn't take notes on the witness reports. So bad situation. LAFD also screwed up. They didn't transport the kid even though he couldn't walk. So problems all around on LACM, and now is the time where we're gonna have to work really hard to make this relationship work. I mean, I think that it's a worthwhile relationship. I think that LA Critical Mass is a great thing. It's a great opportunity for us, and now it's a great opportunity for us to form a relationship with LAPD, between great swaths of LAPD officers and swaths of tons and tons of cyclists, as well as an opportunity to change the way people think about LA. So we've got to actually put the effort in and have those conversations. And so that's the next step. And if you want to help, write us, contact at bikesidela.org. I think we're going to work really hard on that and make this thing work, but it is going to require work. Saturday, didn't do anything. Sunday's a big day. 2 things on Sunday. Stephen Box is running for city council, and I go to a steering committee meeting on Sunday mornings, and I got to tell you, that campaign is rolling out really hard. It's doing really well. Now, we can use volunteers and we can use donations. We really need funds right now. So if you want to support Stephen Box for city council, go to stephenbox.com, and you can volunteer or donate money from there, and we could really use the support. The other thing that happened on Sunday is we're working on this campaign to change hit and run laws for the state of California, and so we had a meeting for that. It's called Life Before License. The meeting went really well, and we need more people engaged. We're about ready to roll out the law change, exactly what we want to do. And so if you want to come to the next meeting, it's Sunday, September 12th in Hollywood at the Adventist Church. That's 1711 North Van Ness Avenue. And we're in a classroom. You go in the parking lot and back, and you'll see bikes, and that's where we're at. So hope to see you there. That's the first vlog from Bikeside. Have a good one.